Hello beautiful people, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day. And I look like death, but today we are going to do a full face get ready with me video. I'm trying out a whole bunch of new products. Some things I've tried like once or twice, but overall I want to try a whole bunch of new stuff today. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright guys, before we get started, all makeup on this channel is cruelty free, and I have to have the hair out of my face. I can't deal with hair in my face when I do my makeup. So, you can see my terrible hairline. Today we are going to do a get ready with me video. I wanted to film one of these last week, but I really have just not been feeling that well. I still don't feel 100%, but I really wanted to film today because I like to take Mondays off. Today is Sunday. I like to take Mondays off so I can watch my newest podcast and watch Bailey Sarian's video and stuff like that. I like to have Mondays free. So let's go ahead and get into this. So first things first, primer. I have two in here. I haven't used this yet, but I did try this one out. A bunch of these things were sent to me to review, and then a bunch of them I bought too, just so that's out of the way. This one is the BECCA Priming Backlight Filter. I like the purple one, and this is like the nude one. I've already tried this one. I like it. I think I like the purple one more, but I do like this one as well. I feel like this one's, I don't know. It's not, I don't know, it's just not exactly the same as the purple one, but it's still a good primer. But I think I want to try the Wet n Wild Rose Toner. It was in a different language on this side. And it's because one of you guys commented, I know your name. I know your name who commented this. I know your little icon face thing too. I apologize. But you were like, this is the same effect that your Wander Beauty Oil in the Try Beauty box gave me. So I'm like, okay, that sounds great. I'm going to try this. And I love a toner and I love rose scented stuff. So let's try this Wet n Wild thing out. It's from the new Rebel Rose collection. It smells quite nice. It's not like oil like the Wander Beauty one is. But it feels good and I love a spray primer. So, and I did look this on the instruction. It does say it can be used as a primer, not just a toner. So that's cool. And now for foundation, we have the BECCA Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I was considering doing the Wet n Wild Makeup Locker too, but I really want to test this one out on camera. I wore it once with this, but I want to try it by itself because with it, it looked really good. It wasn't like my favorite foundation in the world, but I want to see how it looks like with a normal misting thing, not just another BECCA product. So let's try this out, and I'm going to be using the Pract sponge. I am a Pract affiliate, but I don't like the sponge. Like, I love their cleaning tools for everything. Like, I love using their stuff to clean my brushes, but I'm not a fan of the sponge, but we're going to give it a second chance because I only tried it once. And now let's use the foundation. The foundation's a little bit of a thicker consistency coming out of the pump, but I wouldn't say it's a thick foundation. But it's also not like super liquidy, so it's kind of like a mousse consistency, I guess. Also, this is the color Linen, I believe. Yeah, it's the color Linen. It's supposed to be more of a more pinky tone to it, which is good because my skin's very cool. But I do find this to still be kind of warm. Yeah, this sponge sucks. I might not be an affiliate anymore after this video with them. I really do like their stuff. It's just the sponge is so dense. I don't like the sponge. So this foundation definitely is buildable. I would still say it's like medium coverage. I want to blame the sponge for this not being like super coated on my skin right now, but I do find that it's not a good color for me. Like, it's pretty decently close, like looking at in front of me, but when you see the sides of my ears and stuff, it still seems warm. But like, it's still a pretty looking foundation, so I'm not mad at it, but I am gonna have to add more because it's not enough coverage for me. But my face does look very tan. I can't use a bronzer with this foundation. That's what I noticed last time. It's still, on camera, it looks freaking fantastic, I admit. But it just looks warm on my face and nowhere else. Like, the hairline and stuff just looks so cool. And this looks more orangey. I don't like being that person who doesn't match my foundation to my neck or the rest of my face, you know, like oh, they're like, oh, put foundation here. Like, if you don't blend it into your scalp, it doesn't match, it looks weird. For this, the backlit primer I do like. It's just not as good as the priming filter, the purple one. I like that one more. Maybe it's just I'm more used to it. And then the foundation is really good. It's just not as cool toned or pink as I was expecting. It's definitely more of a yellow tone to it, but it does look nice. And it lasts pretty well too. Last time I wore it, it wore pretty well. Let's move on to concealer. I do have something you guys requested me to do. This is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. This thing was sold out everywhere. I went to the last Target I could find in Virginia. And I found one that looked okay. This is Fair Warm. It's the only one they had that wasn't a dark shade. And I am not warm, but since this foundation looks so warm on my skin right now, I think we could make this work. It doesn't look warm in the packaging. It looks very cool. Like, this looks really nice. But I'm going to use 100% this, no shape tape, no anything like that, and see how it works. Because look, that doesn't look too warm. That looks really cool toned. It looks exactly like what I would want, but it says Fair Warm on it. Maybe like when I set it, it'll be warmer. I don't know how much I need either. Anyways, I want to know what days of the week, you guys, if you had to pick a day of the week to have off, what would you pick? I always pick Mondays. I like Sundays too to have off just because Sundays are lazy days. It's a lot more concealer than I usually wear. Oh well. But yeah, I like Mondays because, okay, I'm obsessed with this podcast called Crime Junkie. If you haven't watched it, you need to, or if you haven't listened to it, you need to. I love it. It's so good. I'm gonna join their Patreon. I've been trying to catch up on the old episodes, like before I found it. Yeah, I want that extra episode a month, so I'm gonna join that Patreon. But I am so obsessed. And then their merch sale sold out like that, like within hours, and I didn't get a chance to get any of it. But I love watching true crime videos, and something I like about a podcast is I don't have to watch it. Like, I watch people's get ready with me videos like this one. I'll just kind of listen along and kind of watch it, but it's not like my main focus because you know they're applying makeup to their face. And this concealer, y'all, I'm actually kind of liking it. It's a little bit hard to blend with this stupid sponge, but I committed to this sponge. I already wet it. It's happening. I do like it. A little bit is going a long ways, like farther than I expected for an e.l.f. concealer. I've never had one that blended so nicely. I think they're really stepping up their game. And it doesn't look too warm. Like, it really does look cool, and I'm very excited because this foundation is too dark. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to tell until I set this. But like, it looks pretty decent. Is it Shape Tape? No, because I can still see tons of purple coming through, but it's $8. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this off camera because I don't have any new setting powders to do. And I'll be right back and we'll try some new brow products. Alright, so my face is set and I did a tiny baby bit of contouring too. My face just looks really orange up here. On camera, it looks fine. But in person, I'm just like, why are you so warm? Also, the concealer, it's okay. I don't think it's worth the hype I've seen online about it. But it looks okay. It's just a little bit dry under this eye for some reason. But my skin is very dry too, so. Overall, the base looks pretty, it looks kind of okay. The only thing I'm like in love with that I just tried is the primer. I really like the primer so far. But the foundation, it's okay. The concealer, it's okay. You know, I use my normal setting powder, but let's move on to brows. So I have a whole bunch of new brow products I want to try out. Sigma came with a whole brow collection, like brow waxes and clear gels and colored gels and pomades and powders and like all that stuff. And then there's also this brand called Lottie London, which is going to Target now, and I love Target, so anything that's in Target, I'm like, I should give you a shot. So Lottie London has this thing called Arch Rival, which is a microblade effect, it says on here, so I want to see if it's any good. But I also want to try the Sigma brow stuff too, and their brow brushes, because I'm very particular about brow brushes, and these look really nice. But I think we're going to try the microblade effect just because it has the darkest color. So that's what we're going to do. For this thing called Arch Rival, they have the shade Ebony, and the other stuff from Sigma I wanted to use is in the shade Medium. And since my hair is really dark right now, I think we're going to use the Ebony one. Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit nervous. Maybe we should mix products for this. So this is what it looks like. It looks like a little fork. I guess microblade, you know, you add in like little fake hairs and stuff. I wonder if I can do my entire brows with these. I'm not sure, but I guess let's give it a shot, even though I'm a little bit nervous. So that's one brow on. I do think it looks a little bit blocky in the front. But like as far as the fake hairs and everything in the front, they do look kind of like a microblade effect. Like, it's not terrible. Is that my favorite brow I've ever done? No, but I don't hate it. Plus, you can go so lightly into this that it kind of makes it feel like your brow is naturally filled in. So, it's not bad. I kind of like it. I'm going to do the other one and then we'll move on. Alright, so for the second one, it's not a good looking brow. It's very thin. I'm not loving it, but I also didn't want to overdo it. This is the brow I usually mess up and then I try to fix and make it thicker and it just looks like crap. So we're just going to leave it today. But I do like this. It's not like something I think is going to be my holy grail product, but I do think if I want something a little more natural, this does look a little more natural because I'm just kind of brushing stuff through my actual hairs instead of like carving out a whole new eyebrow. So I do like it. I do want to try this gel though. This is the Sigma Tint and Tame Brow Gel. This is the clear one. They also have tinted ones as well, but I like clear gel personally. And I just want to see if it works. This packaging is everything. Ooh, I like nice shiny silver packaging. Like, it's not easy to show on camera, but I do like it. And then it has this cute little wand. It's not too big like a mascara wand. So let's try this one out. What I like to do with brow gel to make sure it's not crunchy is just to kind of very lightly tap it. And then we'll check on this stuff once it's absolutely dry. But like, it went on very clear, not very thick, so good so far. It's kind of hard to judge a brow gel that well, you know, until it gets crunchy or not. So let's move on. Next thing we're going to do is blush. Let's do the blush. I have two. So I have two from Lottie London. We have Zach and Drake. I really like this one though. Oh my gosh, that color. And then we also have the OFRA Franziska Tallot palette, the highlighter blush cheek palette. And these are kind of like dark for me, but I would love to use these eyeshadow toppers. And this bronzer, this one, I might actually be able to use them like very, very lightly on a powder brush. But I think I want to use, oh, that's just, these are so beautiful. So beautiful, and I love OFRA's formula, but I think I'm gonna use this one because I'm intrigued by it. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's just a cute little blush. I'm gonna use April Techniques cheek brush. My face is so tan compared to my body. Ugh, what is this? What is this? I feel like the foundation's getting darker. I don't feel like it was this dark originally. The blush is really cute though. I mean, I'm not too particular on blush formulas, like as soon as they work and they blend out, don't get stuck on part of the cheek. So I do like this one. I do think I'll get a lot of use out of this one too. I think I need like a light pink one in this formula. Like, you have a nice darker, more pinky tone, you have like a coral, and then a light pink shade, and then you have all the blushes you really need. I don't believe in purple blushes that well. And since I didn't use the cheek palette from this collection, I am going to use the eyeshadow palette and the highlighter in this. This is the OFRA Franziska Tallot again, but this is in the Infinite palette. So this is like the star of the show, in my opinion, of the collection. The lipsticks also look really pretty, and we just talked about the cheek palette, but this is the eyeshadow palette. I've never tried OFRA eyeshadows before, so I'm really excited. But I'm going to dip into this middle shade right here as my highlighter for today because I am in love with OFRA's highlighter formula. It is my favorite by far. I'm really into it, and I will put the name of the shade on the screen. I'm not going to pull it out of the palette right now, but let's just use it. I love OFRA. I really was thinking this might be a little bit too dark because it's kind of hard to tell, under this lighting situation what color this is, but look how beautiful. My face looks so fake today. Oh my god, ignore this. Look at this. Alright, so let's move on to eyeshadow now. We're going to take the same palette. I'm going to take just a normal blending brush. And I just realized that this is the only shimmery shade in this palette, which I'm kind of into. You need a lot of time for mattes. So I don't know what we're going to do. It's very dark. It's not my normal color scheme. But I am wearing a dark blue shirt. So let's go ahead. Let's do this orange on the inner crease area. And then we'll move on to like the blues on the outer. I have never tried OFRA's eyeshadow formula before, so I am hoping it's as good as their other products. Like their lipsticks, I love. Their highlighters, I love. It looks pretty good so far. There is a baby bit of kickback in the pan, but when you go back in, you can pick that up. It's not much. That looks pretty good. So let's move on to this blue shade right here. I'm going to add that to the outer crease area, and then I'm going to deepen it up a little bit with this shade, which is like a navy. This appears to have like little tiny reflex of glitter in it, but it's very minimal. I'm still going to use this for the outer crease. Use that same brush too, just I cleaned off the product. Hello. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I know this isn't the most impressive eyeshadow look I've ever done, but I told you guys I wasn't feeling well, so I'm not gonna spend like an hour blending my eyeshadow. But I do think orange and blue are a cute color combination. And then for the lid, I'm just gonna take my finger into this little highlighter shade in the center that we used, and brush it all over the lid, and then I'll go back into that blending brush and kind of mess the shimmer into the mattes. I was thinking this could be a cut crease, but I'm not sure I'm really feeling that, because I don't know with the one kind of shimmer in here what I would, you know, cut it with and put on it. Also, the brow gel, not hard, not crunchy. Doesn't even feel like it's there, but you can definitely tell that it's there just by them staying still. So it's doing its job without getting crunchy and stuff. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to take the orange again with this little Luxie brush. Alright, so for the Francesca Tolot collection from OFRA, the cheek palette and the eyeshadow palette, I'm into them. I don't think the eyeshadows are as like wow amazing as their highlighters and some of their lip products are, but they do work really well, and if you like the color scheme, I definitely think you'll be into it. Also, I just love OFRA's packaging. I love the style, and their lip collection for here we might have to use two because these are so pretty, especially this one. Like, I'm dying to try that color. But I'm gonna go pop on some mascara and lashes off camera now, and I will be right back. The lashes I'm going to put on are Coco Lashes Fifth Avenue, because Eleanor Neal, who is a YouTuber, she does true crime videos and once in a while makeup video, says that she usually only wears these, and I love her lashes, so I'm gonna see how these look on me. Alright, so I'm back, and the lashes are cute. They are cute, but I feel like the band's too thin, because I can see like every space between my real eyelashes and these fake ones on top. So it's not a cute look in person, but on camera they look quite nice. But yeah, let's move on. Maybe I should trim these or something, I don't know. For lipsticks, I really want to use the OFRA ones, but I know what OFRA formula is like, and this is really going to be like first impression. So I do have things from Beauty Vault. We have 4 lipsticks here. I've already tried their lip liners and I quite like them. So, but I'm wondering what kind of lip color to go with this look. So we have a berry and a red here, and then this one has more darker tones. So you have like more of a brown and a nude, and I think we're gonna go for the nude one here. So this shade is called Silky Sophia. I think it'll look good with the, you know, weird color scheme we have going on for our eyeshadow. But let's try it on because it looks like a nice nude color. Okay, so this is the nude color. I'm not sure if it's particularly my favorite nude for this eye look. I think if I was doing something maybe more warm tone, this would be a better lipstick for it. But it is drying down quite nicely. And also, let me show you the wand, because it was like a little bit different than your normal wand. It is a doe foot applicator, but it's also like big. It's like a fluffier doe foot applicator. Like the part you put your lips on is a lot wider than I'm used to, which I actually kind of like. It's a lot easier to use. and it's not too hard or anything. It has like a nice softness to it. So the wand applicator is really good. And then I guess this is our finished look. I don't have a setting spray, a new setting spray to try out. So I guess this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think of this look. You know, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I do like the orange and blue combination. I think that overall has potential for a future look that's going to be more amazing. So let's talk about the things that I like. I like the primer, the Wet n Wild Rose Toner. The concealer's pretty decent. I do think it did a pretty good job for being $8. It did pretty good. Like, is it my holy grail? No, I still love Shape Tape, but for an affordable option, I do like it. And I think if I used a baby bit of Shape Tape right where I have the most purple, and then the rest of the concealer being the e.l.f., might work out pretty good. I really liked the blushes, the Lottie London blushes. I thought they were super cute. The OFRA cheek palette, lipsticks, eyeshadow palette, the whole collection as a whole I do like. We did use the eyeshadows today, and they came out pretty colorful. It's just not the most conceptually good look, but I do think they worked out very nicely. The lips dried down completely matte, very comfortable. I think the color is nice and it's pretty opaque. What else do we try? The brow thing. I think it's good if you're going for something more natural. I think if you're going out for a very Instagram structured brow, like very carved out, maybe this wouldn't be the product. But I do think it looks really good for those of us who don't care about our brows that much. Like, you need nice eyebrows, but you don't have to have, like, framed to the gods eyebrows. And I think the microblade effect is pretty good. I like the little hairs in the front. That looks a little bit boxy, but if I blended it, I think it'd look really good. The eyelashes, I like them, but again, I can see underneath all my real eyelashes. Let's, like, can we see, like, you can see where my eyelashes and the eyelashes connect. It's a little bit distracting, but it doesn't look bad. And foundation. It's okay. It's not my favorite foundation. I don't think it's the right shade for me. It doesn't look bad now that my face is all said and done, but it is a little bit warm up here. Yeah, I think that's what we tried out today. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you tried these products or if any of these things you want to try out. If you guys want a full review of the Wet n Wild makeup locker, foundation, color corrector, highlighter thing, let me know. I will certainly do it for you. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for this video, you guys, because I just finished filming and realized that the microphone wasn't plugged in, so if the audio is bad, I am so sorry.